I work with Operation Exodus. It's a nonprofit after-school program up in Washington Heights.
Great. And what kinds of programs do you do after school?
It's a Christian after-school program. So we have praise and worship after school, and then we have homework time. We have general assembly time to just come together and talk about the week and do things like introduce recycling or just different other educational things that don't have to do with classroom education. And then we also do lessons pertaining to the lessons that they're learning in school, but adding on to that also. So it's a 3-hour after-school program that's kind of a lot of different activities. Park time also is included in that.
Where is it based out of? Is it in a school?
We meet in the basement of a church, actually, one site, and then our second site is in a school.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And how did you find out about the .org-a-thon?
We found out about it from one of our sites is at MCA, and Denise works at MCA, and Denise works with World Vision, and so she told us about it.
Okay. Very good. So the World Vision kind of connection of churches.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're involved with World Vision through their storehouse and stuff also. So we already have a Saturday mentoring program where kids from the neighborhood come to us on Saturday mornings for games, lessons. We have volunteers that come in every Saturday, and they have a specific age group, and then they kind of plan the Saturdays. So it varies what we do on a Saturday. But because we have so many kids, and because our parents just drop the kids off and then it just wasn't, we have a large number of kids and not a large number of kids that could have transported themselves over here, and it was difficult for us to find busing, and we didn't really want to take them on the subway, so we realized that didn't make sense for us to bring all of the kids over here, but also the adults couldn't come over here because then the kids would have had nothing to do. So the option to do a virtual walk was perfect for us.
And what did you do?
We did a scavenger hunt. So we split up into age groups, and then they did a walk around Washington Heights to High Bridge Park and to J. Hood Wright Park, and they did a scavenger hunt. So part of that included doing different actions, and part of it included finding things that were shiny or finding things that you could make music with, and a lot of it ended up being leaves in a plastic bag. But they were finding things and talking and having to communicate with each other. A lot of the actions were team building actions, and we had cameras for each team, and we got snapshots of all of it. So
that's excellent. And so how much money did you raise?
We are still in the process of raising money. We have only raised a little over $500, just because our community, the parents, can't really help us, and a lot of them work in homes, but we did talk to some businesses in the area and stuff, and they were very supportive. So.
That's excellent.
Yeah. We just opened a second site, and right now we're having to bus kids from our first site up to the second site because we're going through a lot of renovation. The church was not completely up to code, and so we're having to do a lot of things like putting in ventilation and making the area safer for the kids. So a lot of it is going to construction.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah. We don't really classify ourselves as after school. Technically, we're more educational ministry. So that includes like after school programs and also the Saturday mentoring programs, bringing in volunteers from the community, but we also hire older kids who graduated through our program and use them as tutors in the classroom to kind of help with financial support and encourage them to further their education, and if they can't go far away, then they kind of keep us accountable by working for us, and then we ask them about how college is going and things like that. So it's very much a relationship-based program. So
that's fantastic. Where do your volunteers come from? How do you get in touch?
A lot of them come from Hope for New York.
Okay.
So that's where the majority of them come from, and we actually just this year, I'm in AmeriCorps Vista with them.
Excellent.
And so there's 4 of us there right now, and we're trying to go into more colleges and getting like today we had a bunch of people from NYU come up and help us, which was awesome. So we're trying to do more of that.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah. We used to serve only kindergarten through high school, and now at our second site we have a pre-K program. So we do pre-K on up.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah. Yeah, our numbers are definitely smaller in high school and middle school, but that's one thing that we're really trying to. One of my projects for AmeriCorps is helping with middle school curriculum and school placement, and really kind of bridging the gap between the parents and the students, because a lot of times in Washington Heights the parents aren't familiar with the school system, and because you have to do things like apply for the right schools, and I'm learning so much about the New York school system right now, like the charter system and all of this. You really have to start thinking about high school early, and even middle school if you want to go to a charter middle school. And so that's what our goal is right now, kind of to learn about that and to help inform the parents of that, and just to kind of make the transition smoother for a lot of the kids from Washington Heights.
That's great.